Hello friends. Today we will discuss about leadership theory part second. In the part second, we will discuss about two key points. First is what is the relationship between management and leadership. They are equal and they are different. They are complementary for each other and they have different identity. Our second topic is two major theories of leadership. So now let's start. First is what is the relationship between leadership and management? Leadership and management both are equal and both are different. We can say it is generally expected that a manager is also a good leader, but this is not necessarily so. It means we assume that a manager will be also a leader but is not guarantee, but it is not possible, or but it is not essential that manager and leadership hold the both character. Then next, leadership is related to the appropriate and encouraging behavior of followers. It means leadership belong to followers and belong to motivation. It means leadership is concerned with the motivation and behavior style of his followers. Leadership does not require joining a structural organization. It means leadership instead in any organization like formal organizations and informal organizations such as family and United Nations organization, military organization and other types of organization. But manager and managerial post is belong to compulsory for a structural organization. Without a structural organization, manager is not complete his functions, don't complete his functions. In a hierarchical structure, the manager is in the role of a leader, but leadership is in addition to the formal role defined. It means we can say that in any organization which structure is a formal structure and that organization is a structural organization, manager of this organization is also play the role of manager and also play the role of leader in the organization, but manager will be a leader beyond the organization or outside the organization. It is not essential because outside the of organization all subordinates do not accept or and will not accept the manager as a leader because it is depends of the influence of leader. Then both are entities with complementary and independent entities to each other. It means leader and manager both are complementary for each other, but they have independent identity. Then next, three thinkers explain his views about relationship and differences between the leadership and management. So first is, according to J. Mullins, managers who play a defined role in a structural organization are called. People outside the organization cannot accept the manager in the role of a leader. It means structural organization is a formal organization. Their manager play the leader and play the role of leader and management both, but it is not compulsory to the manager outside the organization. there will or leader and manager. It is not compulsory. Then second thinkers is Watson. According to Watson, manager are generally depends on the structure, strategy and order of the organization, while the leader are dependent on style, staff, skill, shared goals. It means basically managers are bounded by the structure of organization, rules of organization and hierarchical structure of organization, but leadership is not bounded these terms and conditions, because leadership belong to the style, staff. Leadership style, it means behavior style, and staff, it means followers, and skills, it means special knowledge, and share goals, it means common goals with the followers. It means leadership and manager are both are different identity. Then third thinkers is Henry. According to Henry, leadership is a huge concept. It means leadership is a huge concept and manager is a narrow concept. Is found all types of formal, informal organization, in friendship organization and families, etc. In contrast, the notion of management is limited to limited and formal organization. It means both, according to Henry. Henry says that leadership and manager both are different identity, because leadership is a wider aspect and manager is a narrow aspect, because manager related only structural organization and formal organization and hierarchical organization, but leadership is not hierarchical, belong to hierarchical organization. Leadership is instead all types of organization, like friendship organization, like informal organization, and such as family. We can say manager, it is a limited concept and the leadership is a wider concept. So now we will discuss about leadership theories. Today we will discuss two theories. Number first is trait theory and second is functional theory of leadership. So leadership theory, trait theory of leadership. It is oldest approach to leadership that became popular in the early decades of 19th century. It is also known as Mahamanav Siddhant. It means great man theory. You will read out in ancient Indian thinkers in Manusmriti. There is a great and God and great God Mahadevta, because he hold the 8 merits of God. He is not controlled by the persons and population, although he controlled by the dharma and dharma's institution, but he was great God. So we can say in this theory, according to this theory, leadership by birth, leadership is not by practice. This theory is based on the belief that leaders are born, leaders are not prepared, or they are not artificial. It means leadership is not a artificial concept, leadership is a natural concept. Leader hold the special skills, knowledge which achieved by birth and by nature. Any person cannot achieve and learn these merits of leadership. So leadership is by birth, leadership is not by practice. This form leadership can be seen dynastic politics and military culture and industrial culture of the world. We can see the trade theory in many organizations, like in the political world there are family politics. We can see in the military culture in the world, basically it is most upon and most of in Indian military culture, because military family hold the all types of knowledge which required a army because they uh, live in a military culture. So NDA and CDS services required most of person which belong to army families. Why? Because military culture represent the trade theory of leadership, and such as industrial theory and industrial culture. Peter F. Drucker says in Drucker's word, leadership is very important. Leadership is an important concept. There is no alternatives to this, no any alternate of the leadership. It can neither be earned nor earned. Neither can it be upgraded, nor can it be learned, nor can it be taught to anyone else. It means leadership by birth, leadership is not by practice. It means trait theory of leadership support to Aristotle concept of natural inequality. Aristotle says that some person ruled by birth and some person ruling by birth. By birth, some person a leader and some persons are followers, because our five fingers of hand is not equal. You can see they are different types. Thumb and other four types fingers is not equal. Small, long, tall, etc. It means leadership is by birth. Leadership is not by practice. Leadership is characterized by personal qualities or traits that are acquired from birth. They cannot be earned by practice. It means leadership is a special trait which leader achieve by birth, not by learning process. Such innate quality include decision making, intellectual ability, poignancy, confidence, management ability, generosity, dominating personality, attractiveness, courage, aggression, etc. merits are related to by birth leadership. These merits achieved by birth, these merits are natural, these merits are not artificial. The major proponents of this theory are Chesterton Bernard, R.S. Dwivedi, T.W. Millett, Appleby, etc. We can say that trait theory is not acceptable because leader is not only by birth. Leader can be possible by birth, but leadership is a style, leadership is a skill which learn by practice. So next theory emerges reaction of these theories, which known as functional theory of leadership. Second theory of leadership, functional theory of leadership. This triangular approach, which accepted the opposite form of belief of Superman theory, was rendered by John Adair. It means its theory emerges reaction of trait theory, and John Adair is proponent of this theory. This theory holds leaders do not take birth, but leadership can be acquired through training because leadership is a skill. According to this theory, and John Adair states that leadership is a skill which we can learn or any person can learn by practice of this skill. So any person become a leader if he achieve the skill of leadership. This approach focuses on the actions performed by the leader rather than qualities or personality of the leader. Hence, it is called functional approach. Because John Adair states that this theory depends on function of a person. which is function complete and operated by the person. They have decided that who will leader and who will followers. It means it depends on function which complete by the any person. It means leadership is not by birth, leadership by practice. Adair explained this principle based on a set of three functional requirements of a military group. This theory defined by the John Adair as a military group. John Adair states that basically we can divide it, the requirements of army officers and army following are: number one is functional requirements, second is personal requirements, and third is team needs. It means three types needs in the army: functional needs, team needs, and personal needs. Adair has explained principle based on a set of three functional requirements of military group. Such functional and function needs, it means it is related to function which operate by a soldier. It means gun, it means training, it means other types of work. And personal needs, it means their needs belong to personal identity, salary, promotion, social requirements, social responsibilities, holiday, etc. And then third types of needs is team. It means morally, it means motivation, it means craze to work as a team, it means collectivity, it means cooperation, it means coordination. John Adair states that a person who can success to coordination between three types needs, he will become a leader. And a person cannot coordinate in these needs, he will become followers. It means function are decide that who is leader and who is followers. So its theory not support to trait theory, it support to function. This theory depends on function which complete by a person. Function will decide that who will leader and who will followers. John Adair states that coordinating between these three symbolize the ideal position of leadership. It means coordination in these requirements and needs is the symbol of leadership. Any person who succeeds in the coordination with these needs, he become a leader. And any person who cannot succeed coordination between these needs, he become a followers and he become followers. So today's our topic is complete. Thank you so much.